many people are absent? Which kind of pluggy thing? Does this work? No, it's like the new. Oh, fancy. All right, so let me strike the chime and let me talk about the last class, what we did, because I didn't make a recording of last class and like 4 people missed it. And what we're doing right now, precisely where your test is, precisely how tests work from now on in the class, blah, blah, blah. Today is April 28th, I think.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, absolutely.
It is effective.
All right, so today's April 28th. Last class, we went over our drawings of development from the slides. The resources that people were asked to use were the vertebrate development slide photos, which were images of the things under the microscopes. And this document is linked to our calendar in multiple places during the lab. My internet is slower than crap right now. Okay. In addition to that, we've been summarizing development in the introduction to our lab report. So the bigger picture questions you have answers to, you've actually written the answers to them in the introduction to your lab report if you've kept up with the class calendar. So if you have not kept up with the class calendar, you simply have to keep working and everything will be fine. Remember, don't worry, just work. Then you don't have to worry, okay? Now, today, again, is April 28th, which is Wednesday. So here was the practice assessment that I shared with everyone here called Practice Advanced Biology Quiz 1, okay? And I reminded people last class that limb development is in this video here that describes pages in your booklet, starting from minute 9:30 until the end for people to summarize limb development in their introduction. So if you ever miss class and do not catch up with the work that you're supposed to catch up with, simply then, and we have an assessment, you may spend that time to catch up with the work and then take the assessment as soon as you possibly can, okay? The answer is always yes, please do that. Now, I have my version of the Chick Development Lab report, and after you take the quiz, you're going to want to open it up. You just saw me open it up in the link in the calendar, okay? And you're going to want to make sure that you have done the things that I have either done in my lab report or started to do and wrote a bunch of blah, 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 like here, organogenesis, blah, 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 okay? I will go ahead and put links to videos while you're working on the quiz that tell you what that's supposed to look like. And here is how you're going to want to be labeling your drawings in your lab report of the slides that you can use vertebrate development slides to help you with, okay? And that with my drawings and labels will help you on these quizzes and tests where you're labeling structures and identifying phases of development and such. Groovy. Finally, each of you should have photos of your viable embryos here, and you can use my photos of non-viable embryos. We're here in the data section of the lab report, okay? So that's what people should be working on to prepare for the assessments. It should be working on parts of the lab report, and you'll see that they'll track very well with what I'm assessing. So the assessment looks like this. I believe it's very pink. I believe it's called 2C Vertebrate Development Test. And when you open it, it's super pink.
So it's not.
I've already responded. That doesn't help. I wanted to show you what it looks like, but this is, so you should be able to open, yes, so pink. Pink. Yeah, it's pink everywhere.
I also had a purple one. There's a purple one.
The
and a pink
purple one is the end of the year test. I already shared with you the end of the year test.
That's not the right one.
That is not the right one. Yeah. Yeah, that we are not prepared for that yet. Okay. We have not.
Panic that just left Ari.
The 2-question test we have not prepared for yet. Okay. We haven't written that part of our conclusion about Quail Johnson. And anyways, we haven't modeled those answers.
Yes. Does it look like this? It's pink.
It's pink. Okay, yeah, it's right here. It's this. I renamed the link vertebrate development test. It's on today, lesson 7.12. All right, Ethan V, are you gonna work on this assessment as well? It's open notes. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Groovy. Okay. Let's do it. So open it up, work on the thing, use your notes. I can answer questions. Most of my answers to the questions is if you're like, I don't know if this is that or this is this. I also know that you wouldn't know if it was that or this, which would mean that or this for identifying a structure are both correct. Right? Because they both demonstrate you kind of know your way around the embryo. There's absolutely no way we can predict precisely where an apical ectodermal ridge is going to grow, or precisely where the hindbrain will grow, right? And then there's overlapping gene expression boundaries. So if it asks you where a gene is expressed and you get in the ballpark, you're in a good shape. Question.
Is pharyngulation a word?
It's not.
It's not. I did think it was.
I
have a better way to say it.
Pharyngula
Yeah.
is what all vertebrates look like during early organogenesis. Yeah. So
I
if
didn't know if that was a word that I could use.
if you said pharyngula, that would be precise. If you said organogenesis, that would be precise enough as well. Yes.
So I think
Oh, sure. Yeah. The lab reports will not be done until I believe May 10th. And we will spend all of our time working on them. If not, May 10th, I think. It is. Yeah.
Not as much time as it could.
Correct. That's why we work on it every day. So it doesn't get you. Yes. So Ethan V,
Yes.
I'd like this. I want this video to be short. So I'm going to close Zoom and open it back up. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll be back in a second then.